What's good? What's good? We're back with another episode, mini segment on Listen to DP. If you haven't, like, subscribe, share with a friend, family. Back with my boy Devin, Justin, and Will. We got another good one for y'all. As y'all seen by the thumbnail, we got Stephen A. and Shannon versus Jason Whitlock. And for those of you who did not see it, we're talking about it 4 or 5 days a little later. We just got this rolling, but we had to talk about it. Whitlock was replying to Stephen A.'s book, calling him a liar, said he didn't have that jumper, say Stephen A. was not no athlete, and saying there was a lot of cap in his rap, basically. Stephen A. can't go on ESPN, but he has a Stephen A. show on YouTube. And Stephen A. sounded like the Godfather. You betrayed me. You fat bastard, you be like he was going in. It sounded like the first time that he cussed. Like he sounded like that kid the first time that he was trying to cuss at somebody. And also with that, Shannon replies to what happened with it on his nightcap with Ocho, that he didn't think Stephen A. should have gave Whitlock the time. That he said Whitlock don't want no problems with him because he don't like him. So then Whitlock goes in and talks about not only Shannon not being smart, Shannon not being as good at the YouTube, and he's not a journalist. He also, I don't know if y'all watch. I don't watch Whitlock stuff, but I see people review it. Whitlock also started talking about Shannon's designer and how he hangs out with him, and he carries a poodle, and he's not married, and so you know where he's going with that. Mind you, this had nothing to do with what they were talking about. So I want to ask y'all, one, how do y'all feel about the back and forth of Whitlock and Stephen A. and Shannon? Who do you feel is right in that situation? And then two, how do y'all like it? Because I love it that now these guys can get off of ESPN and FS1 and Fox and ABC, and they can tell their piece immediately. Just as easy as we get on here and talk, they literally, Stephen A. could say X, Y, and Z. And we can literally, in split second, say he's lying. Just like all those other guys can do as well. So I'll let Devin start it off. How do you feel about the whole back and forth? And do you like, which I believe you do like, that they can just get on there and be like, nah, bro, you lying, and I get to tell my side of the story?
I love it, man. I really do. I think that anytime I'm a big person that, hey, if we got an issue, let's hash it. Like, what's the issue? I'm not one of those people who, if I got an issue with you, I'm just going to hold it forever and ever and all that. Like, we got an issue. Let's go ahead and bring it to the table. What's the problem? I'm going to look to smell your cologne, as the boy Pimp C used to say. Let's get in the room and let's have this conversation. Let's see what's going on. For Stephen A. side of it, I think he never wanted to address it because, in a sense, he didn't want to give Whitlock any clout or anything like that off of him and all that type of stuff. But the fact that he does have his own show gives him the opportunity. Okay, you know what? You've been asking for this work. Let me go ahead and give you this work, And he said he's only going to address it one time and done. That's fine. I think that, and I'm sure we're going to kind of get into like just the history of this Whitlock and everything, period. So I'll leave it there for now. But I just love the fact that they did address it. Hey, it's beef here. Let's go ahead and talk it out. We don't like each other. Let's express the facts of why we don't like each other, and let's go ahead and see what happens after that.
Facts. How you feel about it, Will?
Man, he went in on that man, and I loved every second of it. I really did. Now I will tell Stephen A. this: like if we get into a celebrity boxing situation, it can't be what you showed us in your warm up that time.
Hey, ugly. Shoulders.
Hey, I'm like, what the hell? Can't be that. But no, I love it, man. I love it. I love that these guys are able to, because in the past, and I don't hide my history. I believe, and I meant what I said at the time, whether I mean it or not now. In the past, Stephen A. has said some very Whitlockish things about black people.
We're gonna get into that for sure.
While he was working with ESPN, and I won't dig into it till you release the topic on that part. But I like that because it's almost like he's free now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to depend entirely on ESPN, and I've taken some of the leverage away from them. So people like him, people like Shannon, who in times where we were going through some things as a community felt like they couldn't speak, or worse, they had to speak against us because their whole check was dependent on it. Now, some of that leverage is gone, and you see them getting a more loose lip. The things I've heard Shannon say, forget the Cat Williams. He be talking to Ocho. Y'all know Shannon has said some wild stuff that I will not repeat right now.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Shannon
about them ladies especially. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said
that blue diamond.
Who was it? I ain't gonna bring it up.
He said some trick daddies. He said some trick daddy Kevin Gates type stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
He was like, Shannon Gates.
I was like something spraying like gold posts or something, you know.
Yeah, no. They need to change that from nightcap to BET Uncut. Uncle Shay
nightcap Uncut.
Bro, Uncle Shay be going crazy with it. I just talked to my girl's brother, and he like, man, I hope Shannon don't lose his audience, because he's like how Kevin Hart is funny, but he knows how to keep it tight to the vest for the sponsors and all that.
No. Only liquor. That's the only sponsor he can do with that. Liquor.
Yeah, I think Shannon understands. He has the liquor stuff, and they're buying them out, right? And he's killing that. And then I know that he understands that, hey, I made my NFL money, I made my Fox money, so he's not the guy with Trollers can make more. That's really worried about the money. He's worried about, bro, I'm free, I get to do my brand, and I get to be true Uncle Shay Shay. And you only got to see the little black and the do-rag and that was props.
Yeah.
This is real life now. He like, I take them props away. This is real life. Yeah. But we'll get back on track and let Justin answer how do you feel about the Whitlock situation?
Before Justin go, Viagra gotta come holler at him, man. The way he be talking about the blue diamond. Viagra gotta come holler at him, man.
Hey, he's steady talking about the black hammer. But that's all every time I get on there, I'm like, y'all talking about the title will literally be,
coming
do
and
you
it
eat
ain't
booty?
They coming.
Like, they'll even hide it. The title be like, do you eat booty, Ocho? Like, what? I'm like, I thought we about to talk about the Bills and the Chiefs, Uncle Shay. What's going on?
I thought I was on the wrong channel, dude. I was like, I thought it was Club Shay Shay. Whoa.
We in the club, all right. We in the club.
That was the club John Moran had his gun in. That's what club we in now, goddamn it.
But yeah, what you got, Justin? How you feel about the
man, I feel like Stephen A. Smith. Feel like he kind of tripped out on that because I feel it was just something like how Devin was saying, you know, it's something that wasn't handled, so it just boiled over. Like he let Whitlock live in his head, you know, rent free. So that's how you know, hey, Whitlock didn't get none of that skin, and has been for a while, for years. Now I really do feel like once Stephen A. stooped to Whitlock's level, nah, man, damn, you just gave Whitlock a platform off all your fans. Yep. Everybody gonna go look. Hey, okay, who's Whitlock? Okay, now he gets views. Now he has some of your fans looking at his content. So I mean, for that, I mean, hey, if the dude did find out if you know the points, I mean, it was kind of weird when he said if he played one game, he had an average of 1.5 points. So the math was a mathing on that. But then again.
I'm like,
I couldn't even figure it out, bro.
Well, so, let me ask you, because I know both of y'all kind of mentioned it, and you said a little more so that he tripped out. At what point do you say, I don't care if you get to get whatever off my platform? This is grown man business, and I'm tired of you. Basically, put it this way. There's very few things in my life that put me on 10. Don't touch my family. Yeah. Don't hurt my family. Leave my money alone. And that's pretty much it outside of
personal threats.
Coming at me in my character, my word. Like literally, you could even, if you don't touch my lady, you don't touch my mama, you say whatever you want to, because I'm not going to put hands on you to go there. Say what you want, you stay over there. I get so ticked when because think about it, as a black man, you work so hard to have your credibility, to be seen in a way, in a light, and for people to attack your character, that's one of the worst things that you can call me every name under the sun. But when you tell me that I'm lying and I now have to defend myself, that's one of those things. Yep. So where's that line at for Stephen A if, right, when he goes back, 5 years ago, you tried to undercut me. You said I did this, and now you're on a platform. Whitlock does have over 450,000 subscribers. Now you're telling 450,000 people, plus the shares, that I'm lying about this, and this. Where does that line then be say, I don't care about my platform, and you get some of these viewers, you about to get this work now? Where's that at? Me
personally, hey, man, I would have pulled up on dude, and we would have had a conversation man to man, face to face. Now, I'm not saying I would have put my hands on him, but hey, you gonna hear and feel what I'm talking about. So, I mean, other than that, I mean, I would have tried that first. I mean, I do understand that, you know, hey, if it boils over, it boils over. I done been in heated situations, and you know, you make a decision, you know, out of anger, and you know, it might not have been the smartest one, but at the time, that's what you felt was right. And I'm a firm believer of, hey, if you made the decision, you stick with either the benefits or the consequences.
Go
ahead.
No, so you got to stand on it. Whatever you do, you just got to stand on it. And I think as men, I think that's really what our code boils down to. You can make that choice or this choice. As long as we're not talking about heinous crimes and obviously wrong stuff, how you live your life and how you handle your business, sometimes there is no right or wrong way. But whatever the results are, you have to stand on it to keep people's respect. So as long as he don't backtrack and start complaining about whatever results come of this, like if Whitlock get world famous all of a sudden and blow up and then crush him like a bug somehow, I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I doubt it, because nobody likes Whitlock. But if that happens, you got to live with that. But to his point, I think Whitlock has so many fans and he's been around long enough. Most people have seen him already. They've already decided they don't like him. The people that do like him are the type of people a lot of people don't like. To be honest with you, Whitlock is to sports fans and, to be honest, to black people what Kevin Samuels is to women. You bring it up, and I don't care how much he liked you. If you start quoting, if you say him in a favorable light, unless you're about to insult him, don't even bring up his name.
Don't say Kevin Samuels. Don't say President Fit and Andrew Tate. You say those three, you out of there. You getting divorced.
I like, man, this was great. Let's go on a second date. Man, look, the first time one of his clips pop up and you like make a lot of sense. You're out of there, buddy. You're out of there, buddy. And I'm not.
That's what I say. Hey, let's talk about this. What do you think about what he just said?
He is. But that's true though, because like when you see Whitlock, he said so much egregious, asinine, ridiculous, blasphemous things that like Whitlock could literally, for most Black Americans, especially Black men, Whitlock could say, "Hey guys, 1 + 1 = 2." We're gonna be like, "Hell no, boy! It's 5." If you say it, like, because he said so many things, you just gotta tune it out. So let's get to that. Whitlock has been way over there forever for most Black people, right? Shannon has been more of our guy, right? And then Stephen A is here.
He all over here. He's a flip-flop.
He the HBCU king. Then all of a sudden he owned Kyrie. And then he the HBCU king. And I'm helping Shannon. But then you own Lamar or whatever. So how do y'all feel? I think we all agree on Shay. Like, we'll put him to the side. How do you, let's go to the most sophisticated one right now, Stephen A. How do y'all view him? Because he's so back and forth where he'll go in on Cap didn't handle it perfect, but it's like when he does, like, you can talk about what Kyrie did. You can talk about what Cap did. But I feel like he puts so much over emphasis when he talks about it.
Demonized.
I think that go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like when he does that and he's putting that emphasis on it, he's walking on eggshells because he has bosses who's looking at like, what is he about to be that Black man or on national TV? So he's walking on eggshells, protecting his brand, the term cooning. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't respect that. Hey, if I believe something, I'm like it is. I'm gonna stand on business. I'm gonna let you know. Personally, if I feel like one of my black brothers being disrespected, putting negative into the limelight, I'm gonna talk about it. Mm-hmm. Whether I don't care who the audience is, I don't care who's right there. You know, I don't care if you're the president, boss, you know, whoever. Yeah. I'm gonna let you know. So with Stephen A. doing the flip floppy, hey man, it's either you got our back or just sit on the sideline, boss.
I think it's all in how you do things, right? And I think when he puts that extra sauce on there, I think he is trying to appease a separate audience, right? I do think that it is a plight with our people sometimes in media that if they do say something against the culture, then they are automatically branded. We know Uncle Tom, right? Or they call it, right? Mm-hmm. And so I do think that sometimes we do got to kind of watch that at times because we've all been guilty of it, right? And Stephen A's case, he has said some stuff. I'm like, bro, like, where are you coming from with this, right? And I know for a fact, I think we all know that, like you said, Justin, he has bosses. He can't be out here looking like Umar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can't be too far one
100
way.
lashes.
He can't be too far one way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I think we got to call it. Hey, if somebody doing something, whether
Umar is crazy. That's funny.
That's not right. We do got to call it out, but it's all in how we call it out. Am I calling it out of love, or I'm calling it out to make it seem like, hey, I'm the opposite of my people here? You know, how are we calling it out? How is it done? Is a huge thing.
And it's crazy because you said that. I actually made a post the other day, and I understand why some black folks might agree with it or disagree with it. But it was the Justin Fields post when the white kid had his hair like Justin Fields with the headband. Yeah. And then there was a lot of black folks like, no, that's wrong because we can't even wear our hair like that. And we fight to this, that, and the other. I said, but check this out. If the white kid hates on Justin Fields, you get on him. When he admires this man with his jersey, the headband, the exact same hairstyle, we get on him. And then there's another white kid at my facility. We got the same birthday, real cool kid with me. He dressed up as Lamar Jackson, had the hair. He had the fake tattoos. So crazy that they forgot that it was picture day, and he took his school picture, like literally, for his badge, and he's Lamar Jackson with neck tattoos, white kid, right? So, but this is my thing. When we talk about it as black people, we got to be careful because you say we can't do this, we can't do that. But think about this. If there's a white man not letting you wear your hair like you want to, not dress like you want to, wouldn't you want the 10-year-old white kid, if he's doing it the right way and truly admires him, to wear the hair like that? Because he's going to say, I used to wear my hair like that, and I wasn't a thug. I used to wear a hoodie like Lamar. I wasn't a thug. Yes, you can wear your hair like that and work for me if he's your boss, because he's done it. He admired the culture, right? We know the people that aren't really doing it for the right reasons, but guess what? They're usually high school, college, and above. This is a 9-year-old white kid. He ain't doing it for nothing more than, I think Justin Fields is the greatest player I've ever seen. Mom, can you please take me to get my hair done like that? So that's a good thing, because I even went through that I posted that like 3 or 4 days ago. It literally has like 30,000 shares, 100,000, interactions on Facebook, and some good, some bad, but all the bad, 95% of it is from black folks talking about, oh, you just want them to be, bro, if they've done that before and they admire and they're like, bro, and Justin Fields dap them up, don't you think he's more likely to hire a black person with that hairstyle than somebody telling him, no, you can't be in our culture? Come on, bro.
Yeah, and I think we go overboard with accusing people of cultural appropriation. So I mean, like with that, like you said, that was a sign of love, sign of admiration towards Justin Fields. So I mean that's, to me, hey, that's cool. Like it's not out of pocket for a kid to have that much admiration and want to look like one of their favorite NFL players. So yeah, that's not bad at all.
It's different between that and a kid. Yeah, it's different between that and a kid rapping rap lyrics, dropping the N-bomb. That's totally different.
Or going blackface.
Blackface. This is right. I tell people this.
I don't believe in the barbecue. DP, no, I don't even believe in the barbecue. Ain't no barbecue. All right. There's no mythical barbecue where if you do enough black stuff, you can start saying the N-word around me. We straight. No, man. He wears, like he said, he wears Justin Fields. As long as that kid don't think because he's a Justin Fields fan that he can get around his black friends on and just start dropping the N-bomb and going to his family house and talking to his cousins crazy. No. Yeah, but I think we're all saying the same thing on that one. As far as the separation.
The thing about it is, I tell people, the people that are doing stuff you don't want them to do, they ain't going in front of 80,000 people at Soldier Field and doing it. They're doing that at the house. And for whatever reason,
they not that bold.
For whatever reason,
most racists are cowards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
most racists
so that's what I'm saying. He's out in the public, like showing his admiration. And for whatever reason, I don't know why them other boys don't understand when you do dumb things and racist things to stop recording yourself while doing said things. But they're trying to do that on their own time and behind closed doors. You're not doing that in front of 80,000 people at Soldier Field. And that same kid has done this at the practices. He goes to the practices. He goes to the game. He's
just a super fan. That's all he is, a super fan, man.
So I do believe, and I know we got all the way over there, but that was a big thing for me to say. I've dealt with, bro, like when the George Floyd stuff happened, and out here in Kaufman County, Forney, Sunnyvale, most of y'all might not know that, they had 8 preachers come speak on the stage about the George Floyd incident and bringing the community together in DP. 8 preachers in DP. Mm-hmm. So I tell people, I'm the one who literally stood on the stage when stuff was going bad. I'm the one who's been in these as a school teacher. Yeah. Don't talk, but as black folks, if you don't do everything 100% how we think we should do it, you must be. Bro, I've done a million. My girl's dad marched with Martin Luther King, played tennis with Arthur Ashe, type stuff. What are you talking? Sit at them tables. Yeah. And that's what people don't realize. We're so quick to judge. Yeah. Yeah. And we don't really understand what we want. And I think that's a big thing as black folks. And we can go on that forever. But we'll go over to the easy. You see, that's the problem right here. Well, we just talked about that black solidarity, but now Whitlock, bring that ass here, boy.
No, hey, DP, I think that's part of black solidarity that people don't understand. People think solidarity means we always either agree or we let everything slide, and that's not solidarity. Solidarity is what Brother Nasheed, for those that know, would call a code. For real, it's about a code. Like the code is the leader. There's no person. There's no. We all got to think this. We all got to think that. But there are certain things you just do not do that would harm the whole. And everybody else has that. But with black people, they feel like, no, I can do this. That's going to harm the whole community. And you're supposed to let it slide. Mm-hmm. And there are lines you can cross where it's like, man, look, man. That's why when they say crossing over, it used to be seen as such a bad thing. It wasn't because you were singing other people's music. That wasn't why. It's because of how you act when you cross over and you start dissing us and treating us bad. Now, when they throw you to the side, like they often do, get some cases on you, some Michael Jackson type stuff. When they tired of you, they think you made a little too much money or got too much power. Right. You want to come back and be like, black people, help me. Racism. It's like, no. Imagine when Stephen A., if he get dogged by ESPN and YouTube shut his page down. Come on, man, this is racist. No, dog. No, dog. You can't be like that. No, Whitlock, we were monsters. Remember? Whitlock stood on Broussard's show, or his show at the time. Speak for yourself if you remember. He said LeBron James, because he is rich, cannot experience
racism. Yeah. He doesn't experience racism.
Spray painted on this man's garage door where his kids could have been home. You don't know if that's all they came to do. Mm-hmm. The threat is clearly there. And you're trying to explain on national television why we as black people should allow people to in our personal home space free of charge. And because if we got enough money, it should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's too far. He's so far over, like, he ain't even what I guess he would be on the right, as they say. He in the stands. He ain't in right field. He in the right field.
He in space. That boy in space. I wouldn't even left and right. He up there somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like whatever you want to say. Like, I'm not even a political person, but I know they would put him more on the right side. Yeah, he in the stands, bro. Like,
well, he far east.
Devin.
Man, I think Whitlock has a certain audience that he caters to. And he knows exactly what he's doing, right? He's made a living off of that, of challenging the code, as he said. You know, he's made a living off of that, and so anything that he can do, I feel like, to speak against anything that most African Americans are going with, he's gonna always play devil's advocate and speak against. That's what he's built himself off of, his journalism off of, and being one of those individuals who's gonna challenge anything. That's just who he is. I really feel like we have to, with somebody like that, right? He knows what he's doing and he has his audience. We have to make sure that we just don't feed into it, because it's so easy for us to get triggered, right? And we get so hot and mad and boiled under our skin, and they laugh. Famous. And they laugh, and it's a joke. It's funny, you know, to them. But we passionate and we hot and we upset and we ready to throw hands, you know. And I think people like that, they know what they're doing. And he's thinking in his head, I got Stephen A. You know, I got it. You know, even though Stephen A was dropping knowledge, dropping facts and everything, he said he has the proof of this, the proof of that, and all that. But at the same time, he gave Whitlock what he wanted as well, right? It's twofold. Even though, we got to hash it out. We got to come to the table. We got to have that conversation. Also, we got to look at how we respond to it, because we also are giving people the ammunition that they want.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Facts.
And before y'all go, I just want y'all to know, y'all boys live on that thing. Y'all boys going in. Boys going in. We putting in work.
Hey, we ain't playing no games, man.
Facts.
We ain't playing no games. We Cowboy fans. Let's say we more than Cowboy fans out here. We love the game. We love our people. You know, it's all love over here.
How you feel, Justin, about Whitlock? When you see him, when you hear his name, what over the years, what kind of, you know, thought has it put in your mind about when you just hear this man's name?
To me, he's the type of guy who's going to push his people down to step over you and be able to get that dollar or be able to get that clout. But what you know is, you know what they say, all publicity, whether, you know, is good publicity, whether it's bad, whether it's good. Hey, if his name's getting out there, hey, no matter what race is with or whatever, hey, he's blowing up. Like you said, he has 450,000 followers. I mean, that is great. That's good. Now, who the followers are, we don't know, because I sure as hell ain't one of them. So
it's so crazy you say that, because I seen all this back and forth, and I seen that he said something about Stephen A. Stephen A. responds. And then Shannon responds, and then he put his thumbnail with Shannon and Stephen A. on there, right? And I literally clicked it. I said, bro, I don't even care what I'm not about to give him a view. And I wasn't know what he said back.
I don't give a damn.
I said, hey, but there's so many reaction channels. I said, I'm going to just wait till somebody else talk about it, and they kind of click with some of this stuff in. And that's where I got his side. But I was like, no, I ain't watching that mess.
Oh, my mama, bro.
Can I make a final point?
For sure.
Man,
go ahead.
I gotta piggyback on what Justin said, because a lot of people think that they can step over other black people or put the entire community down, and they know what they're saying is BS, but they feel like they can make a quick dollar off of it. What they call those people are tools. The tools, like white supremacy has tools. It's not even new. You know what I mean? They've always, the best way to break black people has always been from the inside, to get a black person to say, especially after we started, you know, when we got our freedom, and then after all that with the 60s, we started whooping people's ass for saying certain shit. So you can't just go be overtly racist. You got to be covert, or you got to get a black person to be your mouthpiece.
Be your mouthpiece.
Think about being a tool that I need everybody black who's considering it to understand. White supremacy always breaks its tools. Always. You look at anybody you ever thought that's been in the White House in sports, who's ever been on that, where they've spoken against us to think they're gonna get some elevation, they always toss them to the side once they're not useful anymore. Yep. They'll use you to get the votes. They'll use you to, you know, cause whatever damage they're trying to get. As soon as the black people figure out what you're doing and they not with you, you don't have black people's ear anymore. So you can't affect the black community. We don't need you. We thought you had a friend. You know what I'm saying? Remember when you said that at school? Thought you had a friend? No, they're not your friend. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's where it all leads. What's old girl named Omarosa? You forgot her name, didn't you? She thought she was somebody, boy. She really did. She really did. Have you seen Candace Owens lately?
I'm about to say Candace Owens. Candace Owens,
not the left, but white is kicking her ass right now.
She been talking about dating and stuff with the fresh and fit people. So think about where she was at tonight.
She looking for a home.
Challenge.
She's looking for a home because she burned hers to the ground with
Yep.
us. And then the people she burned it down for kicked her to the curb, man. And that's how they do. So that's why what we call the grassroots is so important, man. Like, even if what I do, like, let's say I have a service that for whatever reason is more popular in the white community, I got to go over there to sell it. I ain't no fool. But I'm not going to make it a point as part of my sales for some reason to put my community down and make myself seem more appealing. I still got to go home. I still got to go to the family reunion. I still got the same friends that I grew up with who I love, who I don't, you know, I'm known for my character in my circles. I don't ever want, like you said, what do we start talking about? Your reputation is everything, man. Everything, you know, and people need to keep hold on to that. Like, your reputation is a currency. You know what I mean? Even when you're broke, if you got a great reputation, you already wealthy. You just don't know it yet.
Facts, man.
And I end on that.
And we'll end it with that word, man. Like I said, I love this group because we could go on for hours.
Oh,
Topics like I got to moderate this because
I love sports.
Man, sports, life, but we also love black people. We also love being good people. It's not that we don't love white. We love everybody. But the people that look like us, we have a duty to talk and speak for those that cannot. And just being a teacher and assistant principal that Devin is now, a football coach, a trainer, a coach, just whatever, husbands.
Let's go.
You have that duty, right, to speak up, and I love that. So I always provide that platform for, you know, people to speak their real truth and to speak light into anybody. I don't care if a black person got on here speaking light about what some white folks have done for them or what they've done for white folks. Like, if that's your truth and you're doing it out the goodness of your heart, do it. This ain't black versus white, but we're just telling you what we're dealing with on the black side. Because that's what all I can tell you. I can't tell you what a white person is dealing with.
Yeah,
true.
I can tell you what another man is dealing with, but not as a white man. He can't tell me what I'm dealing with as a black man. You might be able to help me as a man. But like I said, we'll end it right there. We went crazy today. These clips will be dropping throughout the week. Hopefully we get them out to y'all all within the next 48 hours. Man, my boy Devin, Will, Justin, I appreciate all y'all again. Hey, that's another episode of Listen to DP. Like, share, subscribe. We out.
Yeah.